boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
And into the wall, Brian Vickers.
Coming outside.
No yellow.
Here, we're good. Shift to 24.
Looked like he was trying to stay off of Kevin Harvick and had to really make an evasive move and got him into that inside wall. Not too hard. He's really fortunate.
This look may show if there was any contact.
I think it was just Harvick got loose. Maybe they made a little contact that shot Brian Vickers in the 83 into that inside wall, but I think he's okay.
But neither Reagan nor Biffle turned him from behind. And look at Carl close, just like that.
Yeah, I think Jimmie was being real cautious with the 30 car there. I mean, we're coming to, you know, we're getting ready for the competition yellow. Don't want to push anything real hard right here.
Carl Edwards chose the inside. It worked really good for him in yesterday's race.
Yeah,
he won that race.
If you can get a slight advantage, which the leader is supposed to be able to have the advantage across the line, but you see what happens here. You get pinned down, and boy, look at AJ. He was thinking about making that 3 wide going into turn 3 over there.
Carl opened up the bottom, and here comes Allmendinger with Harvick in the 29 right behind. Kyle Busch moves up to 14th. Regan Smith hangs on to a top 15 spot.
Got a problem down here on pit road, just like we said, Larry. The 6 car just spun around trying to get on pit road.
He was 11th. And there's Casey Mears coming in, just barely making it, and Reagan with a pretty good head of steam. Yeah. Around he goes.
That was it. Oh, that's a hard lick.
Actually hit that guardrail.
What happened there was the transition off of the banking got the car loose. You see him come down right here, and all of a sudden when he comes off there, the banking on the flat, it gets the car loose, and this is hard contact, Larry.
Yes, it is, and he was running 11th. Now he's back there 1 lap down.
You want to carry as much speed as you can right to that commit line. And then coming around, as we said, Jamie Mack had an anxious moment, as did Tony Stewart trying to get to pit road.
And ourselves a whale of a battle for the 2nd place right here. Carl Edwards is trying to get underneath the 9 car, Marcus Ambrose.
And Matt Kenseth up to the 5 spot. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike. This has been an AT&T race break.
As he has come. Whoa, Carl got a great run off of 2 right there. He may be able to make the pass getting into 3, but just up ahead of these 2 guys right here. The 24 is up here, not too far in front of him. Here's Clint Boyer just ahead of him, and there's the pass.
New leader, Carl Edwards.
That happened off of turn 2 over there, Carl. Yeah, the car just all of a sudden, and Larry, it's just fascinating to me. That car was leading the race a few laps ago.
And here's Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Whoa, man, that thing took off just like Jimmie's did.
Keep coming, 2's coming with a run there. 2 back, 1 back.
7th place.
Up here in front of you with these live cars in the leader truck. Car to wall in front of you, car to wall in front of you. Watch the 88. Not sure what his problem is.
Look at the 99 of Carl Edwards.
See the rubber right there, how black it is, and then it kind of lightens up right there, and then it darkens up again about right here, and it seems like off of that dark spot onto a little bit lighter spot is where the cars are getting out of control.
61 laps in, AJ Allmendinger, who started on the front row, has dropped a cylinder and is limping around the racetrack.
You know, everybody back in the engine shop, Doug Yates, all the guys, they do a great job.
As we watch for the lead, Jimmie Johnson has caught Carl Edwards as raindrops fall on the window, a couple of big ones, not a steady rain, just a few drops here and there. Still 40 laps from halfway.
Yellow,
and caution
for the rain. Watch your outside,
is out for rain.
Mike, they had to throw a caution. I mean, as slick as the track is, the drivers complain about it. You throw a little water on top of that, you'd really have a mess on your hands. So good call on NASCAR's part.
We saw rain dappling the concrete, especially up in the turn 4 area, not so much down in turn 1. That's the way these scattered thunderstorms tend to pass across the racetrack as Martin Truex slides out of his stall.
Nice race off of pit road between the 48 and the 99, and the 48 prevailed.
And here is Ambrose trying to overhaul race leader Jimmie Johnson. Whoa!
he got on it too hard. He got up right up behind Jimmie Johnson, had to back out a little bit. It cost him some momentum. But man, that 9 car is fast. It's faster than a 48 right now if he can get around him.
The last time we had back-to-back first-time winners in the Sprint Cup Series. 2007 when Casey Mears won at Charlotte and Martin Truex took the checkered flag here the very next week. Carl was going for the lead on Jimmie Johnson, and when this happened, Bowyer was able to close right up.
One thing I like what I'm seeing though, Jimmie Johnson was moving around on the racetrack. He found a little grip up a little higher than what he's been running, but he lost it right there. See, watch him battle here on the outside. He's found a little grip out here. Fights back.
He's found a lot of grip out there, hasn't he?
It seemed like he moved. You know, we've been saying all along, it's what I've been thinking, that somebody needs to find a little better place to run than right around the bottom if that's giving them such a problem.
Wham, bam. Carl Edwards got into Clint Bowyer, racing for second and third in turn number 2. Bowyer paid the price, went up toward the wall, but did not hit it.
Daryl, almost a case of one going up and one coming down, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's certainly not, there's nothing intentional there, but that's just how edgy these cars are.
Thanks, Dick. Here we go for the lead once again, and they're about to catch the 2 Penske cars. Keselowski and Busch battling each other as the leaders close in. Who's going to get there first?
Once again, that outside line that Jimmie has found certainly works to his advantage off of turn 2 that time by.
Casey Kane off base and up toward the wall, turn 1 and 2. Caution.
He's on the top.
Flat left front on Casey Kane.
Where's the leader?
For sure, Clint Bowyer's crew, they beat Carl Edwards' crew, so he'll gain that 1 spot. I believe he's going to beat the 48 crew of Jimmie Johnson's as well. Picks up 2 spots on that stop.
Jimmie couldn't get going. He's just sitting there smoking the tires, couldn't get going.
Great pit stop for Clint Bowyer, and it's put him perhaps in position to win here in Delaware. Paul Menard in trouble off turn number 2.
Yeah, he's
front end damage.
He's looking for a place to hide here because he's got trouble.
Now, you need it behind Jamie.
I think you talked about that, Mike. Montoya.
He was trying to get up and out of the way with a problem, and he couldn't get out of Menard's way fast enough.
Montoya still has some sort of problem, Mike. He is struggling.
Look at Kyle Busch. Started 43rd. Has methodically worked his way up to 6th. He's got Harvick behind him in 7th. But this is the highest in the running order Kyle has been all day.
You don't think they're getting down to the end of the race and they're starting to look for each other, do you?
Oh, trouble. Turn 4.
Montoya's
right
around.
in front of the leaders, too.
Come on. Hold the brake.
Oh, man, it's a good thing he held the brake.
Hold the brake.
That will bring the caution out for the 6th time.
You're there. You can easily keep it.
Juan Pablo Montoya, turn 4.
An incredible amount of damage to the right rear of this car, and these cars depend on that right side for air and everything else. And he's been really struggling to hang on to this thing for the last several laps. But here's where he does something really, I mean, the spotter's telling him hold the brake, but look what happened if he hadn't held the brake right here. Look who he would have taken out.
Boom.
A pit stop for these drivers today, because this could be the final stop.
2 tires or 4? What do you think?
I think with 30-something laps to go, I want me 4 tires on this car.
You better, unless you're back about 15th.
Krista.
And Clint Bowyer does want more. He also wants no adjustments. He knows his car is really good. His crew got the job done last stop. Dick?
And Matt Kenseth is asking for some minor chassis adjustments. The question is 2 tires versus Steve, 2 for Matt Kenseth.
Carl Edwards said little loose coming to you. They're going to get 4 tires and a wedge adjustment for the 99. Matt?
Jimmie Johnson chasing his 7th win here goes as the car is still free. Not any better. Chad Canals calls for another chassis adjustment on this 48.
Matt Kenseth will get off pit road first with those 2 tires, along with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Brian Vickers, Jeff Gordon, Marcus Andrew.
There goes Matt. Matt Kenseth just goes by Mark, and Mark did what Mark always does. He gave up just a little on the straightaway to let Matt get in front of him so they don't lose anything off the corner. But what a jam off of turn 2. And holy smoly.
Ambrose had to lift to keep from getting into Vickers, and here came Kyle. As the 18 goes to the bottom, he wants 3rd place.
Kyle Busch took full advantage of that in that 18 car. He just drove by those 2 guys.
I just don't, there's such a few laps to go, Larry. I think that 2-tire call was perfect. I don't know if the 99, the 48, or any of the 4-tire guys can get to them before the race is over with. You know, last week white flag in the air. Last week, Carl had 2 tires. The other guy didn't have any. He said, I got this in the bag. Today, he had 4 tires. Some of the guys only took 2, some none. Thought he probably had it in the bag. Not to be.
Well, when Matt Kenseth ran his first Sprint Cup race right here in Dover, Mark Martin won it. Jimmie Fennig was the crew chief. Today, Jimmie Fennig's on the pit box for the winner of the FedEx 400 benefiting Autism Speaks. Matt Kenseth wins it. Here's Boyer and Edwards side by side. Boyer.
You know what, Boyer's screaming? He didn't wreck.
Good call there, man. Good call. Nice job. That was all you, buddy. That was great. Guys, great job, guys. That was awesome. We overachieved this week, so thank you very